Okay, let's be honest. Public speaking may make you nervous. Some people simply hate it. But today we are going to learn the top mistakes people make during public speaking so you can try to avoid them. Joining us now is Sean Smith. He is the winner of the North America's Next Greatest Speaker Tour and is here with us now to show us what we do wrong and how we can correct that. Thank you for being here. You are like the public speaking expert, hands down. I mean, you won a big award for this.
Yeah.
So tell us. What are the mistakes we make with public speaking?
Oh, the first mistake I call the Judge Judy jail. And that's where you get so concerned about the judgments and the opinions of your audience. You know, what are they going to think? And if you imagine everybody in your audience is like a Judge Judy, you know, got the little scowl on her face and just with the gavel, ready to crack the gavel if you mess up, you forget a line or you're not funny.
Right?
And if you just imagine that's what your audience is waiting to do, then you're going to freak yourself out.
Right.
We all would. Speaking is not about seeking opinions or approval from other people. It's just about sharing your truth. And if you share your truth and share your message, their opinions won't matter.
Well, that's good. That's good. So you got to go into it thinking that.
Yes.
Now, something else you said is make sure you know what you're talking about. Know your topic.
That's a huge one. I call this the Dumb and Dumber disaster. Right? So many people speak about things that they don't have certainty around. They don't have confidence, but they try to pretend that they're really intelligent, you know, and they use the big 25-cent words and they speak intellectually to people. But what they're really concerned about and scared of is that somebody's going to ask them a question that they can't answer. And so they feel dumb. And your audience isn't stupid. Your audience can tell you feel dumb. And so if you know that you feel dumb, you're going to feel dumber. And that's just going to create this cycle. You're going to try to wiggle your way out of the little stories, and
Right.
it just never ends up well.
Right. Okay, and the third one?
The third one I call the Weekend at Bernie's blunder. And if you remember the Weekend at Bernie's movie, it's two kids who carry this dead guy around pretending he's alive, right?
Right.
And that's what a lot of speakers do. They're just so stiff, and there's no animation in their body, and it's like a dead body with sounds coming out of it. And number one, it's kind of creepy, but number two, it's not engaging. You know, people want animation. When I actually competed for North America's Next Greatest Speaker for the eWomen Network, I told this motivational story about going for your dreams, and imagine you're climbing up a hill. But I didn't just narrate the story, I actually became the story. So I was limping around, and I was literally crawling around on the ground. And at one point, I told him, if you want your dreams bad enough, you got to gum your way to the top. And I literally got down. I went, I was laying down like a fool. And it was silly, but it was animated, and it was fun. And people appreciate the stories to bring them in instead of just being spoken at. And the other thing about telling stories, when you get animated, it gets you out of your head.
Right.
And that's where all your fears are. So the more that you're in your body moving, the more you'll be avoiding most of the fears that we have.
I love that. And I asked him earlier, what's the one thing, maybe right before you give this speech, that you can tell yourself or do for yourself that would calm you down? And you did say animation.
It's animation, and it's really getting your body, and it's focusing on why are you here. You know, when I was 13 years old, I was riding my bicycle to school one day, and I was run over by a car doing 50 miles an hour. And I flipped over the car, and somewhere in the air I blacked out. And when I came to, I literally had cars coming at me. I mean, they were getting bigger. I was in the slow lane. And to this day, I don't know how I got out of traffic. Somehow I willed myself. But I made a promise to myself because I realized, as you said earlier, we only get one shot.
Right.
And I promised myself that if I have a dream on my heart, I'm going to go for it. Because whether I get my goal or not, I can look back on my life and say, I tried. So for me,
very good.
It's about sharing the story.
I love it. And I could listen to you all day, but I'm getting wrapped on my producer, so we got to let people know.
Okay.
If they would like more information about Sean Smith, you'd like to hear him, just go to KAKE.com, find it. There's a link right there. That was awesome. Good job. Thank you.